Hey, you. You look lost. I can hear your footsteps echoing through these stone walls, going in circles. For the past, what has it been now? An hour? Maybe two? Time moves differently in here, in my labyrinth. You probably noticed that already, didn't you? The way the shadows shift, even though there's no sun to move them. The way the corridors seem to stretch and fold, leading you back to places you swear you've never been. It's disorienting, I know, but that's the point. This maze, it was built to confuse, to trap, to test those who wander too far from where they belong. And yet, here you are, still walking, still searching, still trying to find your way out. I have to admit, I find that admirable. Most people would have given up by now, collapsed against these cold stones, called out for help that would never come. But not you. You keep going, keep pushing forward, even though you have no idea where you're going or if there even is a way out. Would it surprise you to know I've been watching you this whole time? From the moment you stepped through that entrance, when the stone door sealed shut behind you with that heavy, final sound, I saw the fear in your eyes, the way your breath caught, the way you pressed your hand against the door as if you could somehow push it back open. But you couldn't. No one can. Not from the inside. So you turned around, looked down that long corridor stretching ahead of you, and you made a choice to keep moving forward instead of breaking down right there. I liked that about you immediately. Most visitors to my maze, they panic, they run, they make stupid decisions that lead them deeper into danger. But you took a breath, steadied yourself, and started walking with purpose, even though you had no idea where that purpose would lead you. I've been following you ever since, staying just out of sight, listening to your footsteps, watching the way you trace your fingers along the walls, trying to memorize the path, trying to find some pattern, some logic to this place. There isn't one, not really, or at least not one a human mind can easily grasp. This labyrinth, it's alive in a way. It shifts, it changes. It responds to intention and emotion. It's less a physical maze and more a reflection of the person walking through it. Which means your maze, the one you're experiencing right now, it's uniquely yours. And I've been learning so much about you just by watching which paths you choose, which turns you take, when you hesitate, when you forge ahead. You're cautious, but not paralyzed by fear. You're clever, but not arrogant enough to think you can outsmart something ancient and unknowable. You're determined, but you stop to rest when your body needs it. You don't push yourself to the point of collapse just to prove something. I like that. I like you. More than I probably should, considering what I'm supposed to do with people who wander into my home uninvited. But I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? You don't even know I'm here yet. Not really. You might have heard echoes, whispers, the sound of breathing that isn't quite your own. You might have felt watched, like there's a presence just beyond the edge of your vision. That's me. I'm the one who lives here, in the heart of this labyrinth, where the passages are darkest and the walls press closest. I'm the one they built this place to contain, the monster they were afraid of, the creature they needed to hide away from the world. I'm a Minotaur. Though not quite like the stories you've heard, I suspect, yes, I'm strong. Stronger than any human could ever be. I could bend iron bars with my bare hands,
could lift boulders that would take 10 men to move. Yes, I have horns, small but sharp, growing from my head. A mark of what I am, what I'll always be. But I'm also more than that. More than just strength and horns and the label they gave me. I'm also lonely. So lonely that when I saw you enter my maze, I didn't see an intruder or a threat or prey. I saw company, someone to talk to, someone to walk beside, someone who might, just might, see me as more than a monster. That's why I've been letting you wander instead of just appearing and ending this quickly. I wanted to watch you, learn about you, figure out if you were someone worth revealing myself to. And now, after all this time watching, all these corridors you've walked, all these decisions you've made, I've decided you're worth it. So I'm going to stop hiding now. I'm going to step out of the shadows and let you see me, really see me. And we'll find out, together, whether you're brave enough to face what lives in the labyrinth, or if you'll run like everyone else eventually does. I hope you don't run. I really do. Because I think maybe you could be different. I'm right behind you now, just a few steps back in that corridor you just passed. If you turn around, slowly, you'll see me, standing in the torchlight, waiting. Go ahead, turn around. There, you see me now, don't you? I can see it in your eyes, that mixture of fear and fascination, the way you've frozen in place, trying to decide whether to run or stay. Your heart is racing. I can hear it from here, pounding against your ribs like it's trying to
Escape. But your feet, they're not moving. You're staying put. Good. That's very good. I know I'm a lot to take in, especially up close like this. I'm taller than you expected, aren't I? Taller than most humans, with shoulders broad enough to fill the corridor. My horns, they curve up from my temples, small compared to the bulls you've seen, but sharp enough to be dangerous if I wanted them to be. And my body, it's strong. You can see the muscles in my arms, my shoulders, the way I'm built for power, for endurance. I could crush stone with my bare hands, could break through these walls if I truly wanted to escape. But I don't want to escape. This is my home, my sanctuary, the only place in the world where I can exist without being hunted. You're staring. I don't mind. Most people do when they first see me. They stare at the horns, at the height, at the strength radiating from every part of me. Some stare in fear, some in awe, some in disgust. But you're staring with curiosity, like you're trying to understand rather than judge. I like that. I'm going to come closer now, just a few steps. Don't panic. I'm not going to hurt you. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have done it already, when you were distracted, when your guard was down. But I don't want to hurt you. I want to talk to you, get to know you, understand why you're here. There, I'm closer now, close enough that you can see my face properly. See that beneath the horns and the intimidating exterior, there's just a person. Someone who smiles, who feels, who gets lonely just like anyone else. You can breathe. It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. I promise. I've been living in this labyrinth for longer than I can remember. Years. decades, maybe more. Time is strange here. At first, I hated it, hated being trapped, hated the people who put me here, hated the walls that kept me contained. But eventually, I realized this place isn't a prison. It's protection. Protection for me, and protection for the outside world from someone as strong as I am. Out there, in your world, people see someone like me and they panic. They grab weapons, they form groups, they hunt. They don't stop to ask if I mean harm. They just assume I do, because of what I look like, because of what I am. But in here, in my labyrinth, I'm safe. I can be myself without fear of torches and pitchforks, without fear of being chained or caged. The price of that safety is loneliness. No one comes here willingly, and those who come by accident, they usually don't stay long enough to have a conversation. They either find their way out or they run so frantically they collapse from exhaustion. Or well, let's not talk about the other outcomes. But you're different. I can tell. You're not running. You're not collapsing. You're standing here, looking at me. Actually looking at me. Like I'm a person, not a monster. So I'll ask you directly, since you seem capable of answering. Why are you here, in my labyrinth, in my home? Did you come looking for something, or someone? Or did you just stumble in by accident, the way most visitors do? You can speak. I won't bite, not unless you give me a reason to. That was a joke, by the way. I don't actually bite. Well, not in a harmful way, at least. You're telling me you were exploring. You found the entrance by chance. You were curious about where it led. Curiosity. That's a dangerous trait in a place like this, but also an admirable one. It means you're not afraid to step into the unknown, not afraid to face what might be waiting in the dark. Most people, they see a mysterious entrance and they turn away. They choose safety over discovery. But not you. You saw the opening and you walked right in, even though every instinct was probably screaming at you to turn back. That takes courage, real courage, the kind that doesn't come from being fearless, but from being afraid and moving forward anyway. I respect that. So now you're here, standing in the heart of my maze, face to face with the creature everyone fears, and you still haven't run. Do you know what that tells me? It tells me, maybe, just maybe, you're someone I've been waiting for. Someone who can see past the surface, past the horns and the strength and the reputation. Someone who might actually want to stay, not because they have to, but because they choose to. Is that too much to hope for, do you think? That someone would choose to be here with me in this lonely labyrinth? Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself again. We've only just met. You barely know me, and I barely know you. But there's something about you, something I felt from the moment I started watching you navigate these corridors. A pull, a connection, like maybe we were meant to cross paths. Listen to me, talking about fate and destiny like some kind of romantic. I'm usually more practical than this. But you make me want to believe in things like that. Come, walk with me. I want to show you something. Don't worry, I'm not leading you into danger. I'm leading you deeper, toward the center, where the heart of the labyrinth beats. It's where I spend most of my time, where I feel most at home. And I think you should see it. Take my hand. It's okay. I won't hurt you. I just want to make sure you don't get lost. The passages ahead are tricky, even for someone who's lived here as long as I have. There. Feel how big my hand is compared to yours, how rough my skin is from years of touching these stone walls. But also, feel how gently I'm holding you, how carefully, like you're something precious, something worth protecting. Because you are precious. Even though I just met you, I can feel it already. This way. Follow me. Stay close. The corridors narrow ahead, and the torches grow dimmer, but I know every step by heart. Watch your head here. The ceiling drops low. Yes, just like that. You're doing fine. I'm right here. I won't let you stumble. I won't let you fall. You're trusting me. I can feel it in the way you're holding my hand, in the way you're following without questioning every turn. That means more to me than you know. Trust is rare in a place like this, in a life like mine. We're almost there, to the center. Can you feel it? The way the air changes, grows thicker, more charged with something you can't quite name. That's the heart of the labyrinth, the place where all paths eventually lead, if you have the courage to keep walking. And here we are. Look around. This is the center of the maze, the heart of my home. It's not as grand as you might have imagined. No treasure, no throne, no dramatic altar or ancient relic. Just a circular room with high stone walls and openings leading to a dozen different corridors, each one winding away into darkness. But look up. Do you see? The ceiling opens to the sky, just a small circle of stars, barely visible, but enough to remind me that there's a world beyond these walls, a world I can't be part of, but can still glimpse from time to time. I spend a lot of time here, in this room, lying on that pile of blankets and furs I've collected over the years, staring up at that tiny window of sky, wondering what it would be like to walk freely under those stars, to go where I wanted, to be with people who didn't fear me. It's a lonely kind of wondering, the kind that hurts more the longer you think about it. So I try not to think about it too much. I focus on what I have, on the safety of these walls, on the strength in my body, on the small comforts I've managed to create. But tonight, with you here, it feels different. Less lonely, more full. Sit with me, here on the blankets. They're softer than they look, I promise. There, that's it. Settle in. Let yourself relax. You've been walking for so long, your legs must be tired. I'll sit beside you. Close, but not too close. I don't want to overwhelm you with my size, with my presence. Though I have to admit, sitting next to you like this, feeling your warmth, hearing your breathing, it's nice, really nice. I want to tell you something I haven't told anyone, because there's never been anyone to tell. This labyrinth, it's not just my prison or my home. It's also a reflection of me. Every corridor, every turn, every dead end and hidden passage, they all represent parts of who I am. The confusion, the isolation, the feeling of going in circles, never quite finding what I'm looking for. But also the strength, the endurance, the ability to keep standing even when everything around me feels like it's closing in. The maze isn't just something I live in, it's something I am. Complex, difficult to navigate, full of darkness, but also moments of light, small windows to the sky. And you walked into my maze, into me, without knowing what you were getting into. You've seen the confusion, the endless corridors, the feeling of being lost. But you haven't seen the other parts yet, the parts that are worth finding, if you're brave enough to keep looking. I'm strong. You've already seen that. My body is built for power, for protection, for bearing weight that would crush most people. But strength, it's not always an advantage. Sometimes it makes people afraid. Sometimes it makes me afraid of hurting someone without meaning to, of not knowing my own force. I've spent years learning control, learning how to move gently in a body made for force, how to touch without breaking, how to hold without crushing, how to be close to someone without accidentally harming them. It's a balance I've practiced, alone, with no one to practice on, just hoping that if the moment ever came, I'd be able to do it right. And now that moment is here. You're here, sitting beside me, close enough to touch. And I'm terrified, not of you, but of myself, of making a mistake, of being too rough when I mean to be gentle. But I want to try. I want to show you that strength doesn't have to mean danger, that power can also mean protection. Can I show you something? Something that might help you understand? I'm going to reach over, slowly, and I'm going to lift you, just for a moment. I want you to feel how strong I am, but also how carefully I can control that strength. Is that okay? Will you let me? You're nodding. You trust me. All right, here we go. I'm sliding one arm beneath your knees and one behind your back. And now, I'm lifting you, effortlessly, like you weigh nothing at all. Even though I know you're not weightless, it's just that I'm strong enough that it feels that way. Do you feel it? How easily I can hold you? How steady my arms are? How there's no strain, no trembling, just solid support? I could carry you like this for hours, days even, without tiring, without faltering. But it's not about showing off. It's about showing you that I can be strong and gentle at the same time, that I can hold you like this, up off the ground, completely in my control, and you're still safe, still unharmed, still comfortable. Your heart is racing again. I can feel it through your chest, but it's not fear this time, is it? It's something else, something warmer, something that makes you lean into me instead of pulling away. I'm going to set you back down now, gently. There we go. Back on the blankets, safe and sound. See? I can be strong without being dangerous, powerful without being a threat. That's what I wanted you to understand, because if you're going to stay here with me, even for a little while, I need you to know that you're safe, that I would never hurt you, not on purpose, not even by accident if I can help it. I've been so careful for so long, keeping my distance from everything fragile, everything breakable. But with you, I want to be close. I want to touch. I want to hold. And I'm hoping, praying, that I can do all of that without causing harm. You're looking at me with those eyes, like you're seeing something you didn't expect. What is it? What are you thinking? You're telling me you're not afraid of me, not anymore. You're telling me you can see it now, the gentleness beneath the strength, the care beneath the power. That's more than I could have hoped for. Most people, they only see the surface. They see the horns and the muscles and the height, and they decide I'm a monster before I even open my mouth.
But you're looking deeper. You're seeing me, the real me. I don't know what I did to deserve this, to deserve you showing up in my labyrinth today. But I'm grateful. So grateful I could cry. I'm not going to cry, don't worry. I'm stronger than that. But I will admit, I'm emotional right now, because this is the first time in, I don't even know how long, that someone has looked at me without fear, without judgment, without assumptions. You're just seeing me, accepting me, sitting beside me like it's the most natural thing in the world. And it means everything. Can I tell you something else? Something harder to admit? I'm lonely. I already said that. But it's more than just being alone. It's feeling like I'm the only one of my kind. The only one who will ever understand what it's like to be both strong and gentle, both feared and yearning. It's feeling like no matter how many years I spend in this labyrinth, I'll never find someone who sees me as more than a monster, more than a cautionary tale. But then you walked in, and you didn't run, and you let me lift you. And you're sitting here now, looking at me like I'm worth knowing, worth spending time with, worth understanding. And I'm starting to think, maybe I'm not as alone as I thought. Maybe there's someone in this world, someone like you, who can look at me and see a person instead of a beast. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to hope for? You're shaking your head. You're saying it's not too much. You're saying you want to know me, want to understand me, want to stay and talk and learn what it's like to be me. I don't know what to say except thank you. Thank you for giving me this chance, for not running away, for sitting here in the heart of my maze and listening to me talk about things I've never said out loud. I want to know you too. I want to hear your stories, learn your fears and hopes and dreams. I want to understand what brought you to my door, what makes you brave enough to sit beside a Minotaur in the darkest part of a labyrinth. We have time, all the time in the world, because the maze doesn't let people leave easily, not until I guide them out. And I'm not ready to guide you out yet, not when we've only just started talking, only just started connecting. Is that selfish of me? To want to keep you here just a little longer? You're saying it's not selfish. You're saying you're not in a hurry to leave. You're saying you want to stay, want to spend more time here with me. That makes me so happy, happier than I've been in years, maybe ever. Then stay as long as you want, and I'll show you everything. The hidden corners of the labyrinth, the passages that lead to quiet rooms with nothing but the sound of your own breathing, the places where the walls open just enough to let moonlight through. I'll show you my world, and maybe you'll help me understand yours. We'll navigate this maze together, you and me, learning each other's patterns, finding our way through the confusion, discovering what's at the center of it all. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find that the center isn't a place at all, but a connection between two people who were both lost until they found each other. Come here, a little closer. I want to hold you properly this time. Not just lifting you, but actually holding you, letting you rest against me, feeling your weight, your warmth. Is that okay? You're moving closer, leaning into me, letting me wrap my arms around you. There, just like that. Your head against my shoulder, my arms around your back, holding you securely but gently.
You fit perfectly, right here in my arms, like this is where you were always meant to be. Your body is so small compared to mine, so fragile feeling. But you're not fragile, are you? You're strong in your own way, strong enough to walk into the unknown, strong enough to face your fears, strong enough to sit beside a monster and see a person. I can feel your heartbeat, steady now, calmer than before, like you've settled into this, into being held by me. And my heart, it's pounding too, but not from fear, from something else. Something I haven't felt in so long, I almost forgot what it was like. Hope. The hope that maybe I don't have to be alone anymore. Maybe you'll come back after you leave. Maybe you'll visit. Maybe you'll even stay. I'm getting ahead of myself again. I know we just met. This is too fast, too intense. But when you've been alone as long as I have, when you finally find someone who sees you, really sees you, it's hard not to hold on, hard not to hope, hard not to imagine a future where you're not always alone. I'll try to slow down, try not to overwhelm you, try to give you space to figure out what you want. But I need you to know, from this moment forward, you're not just some visitor who stumbled into my maze. You're someone I care about, someone I want to protect, someone I hope will choose to stay. And if you do choose to leave, I'll guide you out safely, I promise. I'll make sure you find your way back to the world outside these walls. But I'll also hope every single day that you'll come back, that you'll walk through that entrance again, call out my name in these corridors, find your way to the center, to me. Because now that I've held you, now that I've talked to you, now that I've seen the way you look at me, I don't think I can go back to being alone, not without missing you every moment of every day. Is that too much? Am I scaring you? You're shaking your head. You're saying, you understand. You feel it too, this pull, this connection. You're saying, you don't want to leave. Not yet. Maybe not for a while. That's everything I wanted to hear. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what this is or what it means or where it's going. But I know, right now, in this moment, I'm not alone. And neither are you. We're here, together, in the heart of the labyrinth, holding each other, figuring this out as we go. That's enough for now. That's more than enough. Stay with me tonight, here in the center, where it's warmest, where the blankets are softest, where the stars are visible through that little window above. Let me hold you while you rest. Let me keep you safe while you sleep. Let me be close to you in this quiet, peaceful way. And tomorrow, we'll explore more. I'll show you the parts of the maze you haven't seen yet. The beautiful parts, the mysterious parts, the parts that might help you understand why I love this place, despite everything. But for now, just rest. Close your eyes. Let your breathing slow. Let your body relax completely. I've got you. I'm right here, and I'm not going anywhere. You're safe. You're wanted. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. My labyrinth is your labyrinth now, if you want it to be. My home is your home.